Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
They're the sort of shots that you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrist to keep control and find the boundary.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Masood is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Gull did very nicely out there on the boundary. There'll be one run here for them.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Gone! Played all around it.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. The Sultans are 1 for 10. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the southern end. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. No pressure as they've found a gap.
No interest in that one from the batter. Gull will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Good-looking shot, back into position easily, and timed it beautifully.
Avoided the fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Fantastic shot.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Wait!
Finds the fielder with that shot. It's a good shot, 4 straight down the ground.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there, down the ground.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score. The Sultans weren't given much of an opportunity, a very tidy over. Riaz, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Great shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot and there was no point chasing that.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Wait there.
Couldn't get it through the field. Edged it. Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Never an extra run on that arm. Great throw back in from the deep.
Yep.
Beautiful cover drive. A hint of movement in the air and eased towards the boundary.
The gap was left open for them and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well and punched it to the boundary.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the southern end. Hit that hard, nailed it.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
Riaz, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
Great shot, great timing.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's raced to the boundary.
It's really hard not to get caught up in the excitement. The crowd are loving every minute of this game.
Yep.
Got that away nicely.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
The crowd are really getting quite raucous. It's going to be difficult to focus down in the middle with this amount of noise.
Right.
Doesn't beat the infield. Drives and misses everything.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Malik, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Catch.
That's off the middle of the bat.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope, punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear. Middle that one, great timing.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Malik shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
Wait.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Catch it.
Gets back and punches it beautifully.
That was a super shot. The delivery was fine, great line and length, but just put away.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Bowl disturbs the furniture.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
Pressure will definitely be on for the new batter as they take guard. Riyadh, I'm sure, will be onto their bowlers to pick up another quick wicket.
Yep.
Thick edge. Nicely fielded on the boundary.
Maqsood gets off the mark.
Playing all their shots in that over. Quick onto that in the infield.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Beaten on the drive.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly, just couldn't get the drive away.
Yeah.
Picked that well, and that's on its way to the boundary.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Nice shot.
Yeah.
It was in the air for a long time, but 4 bounced just inside the rope.
Two boundaries in a row. Time to just focus on line and length again.
Waiting.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Zazai comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Imran coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Nicked it.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Brilliant diving stop.
Catch it!
Oh my, that's
Yeah.
racing away.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Got to the boundary. Last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Finds the edge. Loud appeal.
Yeah.
That's a boundary save for sure.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. The Zalmi are none for 20. Going with spin now. Edge! What a ball! They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. And gone. Didn't even wait for the umpire's decision.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Yep.
Straight through the line of the ball, right out of the middle of the bat.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
Good running. Just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeping pressure on the bowlers.
Catch it! Up!
Good throw from the deep, on target. That's what happens if you stray a little down the leg side. It's too easy just to glance the ball off the pads and take the easy runs.
Yep.
Manipulating the field, asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
Yep.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Afridi is coming into the attack. We'll see the left armour from the media centre end.
Yep.
Hits that well onto the back foot and cracks it away.
That was a beautiful shot. Rocks onto the back foot, stabs the ball away. The fielders had no chance.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Incredible shot, straight through the covers. 4 runs.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond.
Yep.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
This match is getting unbelievably exciting and the crowd have joined the party. It's pretty noisy in the ground. Oh, that's a great ball.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
Pulled away very firmly, and that'll be 4.
They're the sort of shots that you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrist to keep control and find the boundary.
Will you listen to the crowd? They are loving it. It's difficult to hear yourself think in here.
Yep.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
That was clever. Just had to wait on it to make sure of it.
That's the over. The Zalmi are 1 for 55. Powell given the job here to bowl the last over of the innings. Couldn't have played that any better.
The short ball is picked up early. Not the best delivery, but it was certainly a very good shot to dispatch it.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Nope.
Tahir did very nicely out there on the boundary. There'll be 1 run here for them. Misses everything.
Well bowled.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Great shot.
And that marks the end of the match. The Multan Maestros have taken the victory. Thank you very much for joining us here for this match.
Well, you never knew which way this game was going.